हेलो। एक मिनट। સ્ક્રીન શેર છે, સ્ક્રીન શેર. હા, આ પ્રેઝન્ટેશન મેં ચાલુ કર્યું. અને હવે ખાલી તમે મારો અવાજ સાંભળો, તમે ફોન બાજુ પર રાખીને મારો અવાજ સાંભળો, આવે છે કે નહીં બરોબર. હલો. વોઇસ વોઇસ બરોબર આવે છે ને હવે? એટલે હવે હું બસ ખાલી એક જ વસ્તુ કરું છું, હું આને ફૂલ સ્ક્રીન કરી નાખું છું પ્રેઝન્ટેશન. અને તમે ખાલી ત્યાં બધાને કહી દો કે ખાલી ઓલી લિંક મેં હમણાં તમને જે છેલ્લી આપી ને એ શેર કરી નાખો બધા સાથે. ના ના, એટલે વિડીયો અત્યારે તો હું બંધ કરી દઉં છું આપણો ફોન. બસ હું આ હવે ફૂલ સ્ક્રીન કહું, તમે ત્યાં ખાલી કહી દેજો બધાને. ઓકે, હા. એક મિનિટમાં આપણે ચાલુ કરી દઈએ. તમે એકવાર સર આમાં જ જોઈ લો બીજા પીસીમાં. Hello, everybody. For some technical reasons, we had to stop the broadcast for this presentation. However, things are fine now, and we will now resume our presentation from the very beginning. So, the topic for our Super Saturday this week is top digital marketing trends of 2018. And let's start with the very first element that is predicted to be a game changer for digital marketing in 2018. Conversion rate optimization. I believe most of us have heard this particular word. However, there are various user behavior metrics associated with this particular aspect of design or SEO or user experience. There are various other elements actually associated with this particular element. So let's say that you have your existing website that has been built taking into account various resources. It could be time, it could have been money, or it could have been some valuable inputs from your team. And all of a sudden, you realize that your website hasn't been performing as you had desired. So, what will be your very next step? Are you going to completely revamp your website based on the best industry practices? Or are you going to monitor some of the elements based on user behavior data? I believe most of us would love to go with the second option. So, this is where conversion rate optimization design comes in. It takes into account various elements of your web page and modify those elements in order to get more engagement and conversions. Let us now understand what exactly is CRO design. CRO design utilizes data to indicate performance of various elements of your page. So it's not only your content or it's not only the images, but it could also take into account call to actions, your forms, various sections, and help you determine which particular elements have been successful with your users and which have not been so successful. So if you want to increase your engagement, if you want to increase your conversions, I believe CRO will be your best bet. It takes into account user behavior. It is a never-ending process as it takes into account various user data, user behavior data. It helps you in strengthening the website, the various aspects of your website, and make it stronger for engagement and conversions. It is scalable. Now, when you consider conversion rate optimization, you have to play with numbers. So at every level of this process, you will be monitoring every metric, every engagement metric in order to know where you could improve to increase engagement. A very fine example of CRO design is given by this website. Now, when you look over here, this is how this web page looked at its initial stages. However, the builders of the website, the marketers, the business persons were not so satisfied with the conversions and they decided not to completely change the web page, but they could they decided to change certain elements to make them more prominent for the users so that they could consume the important message, get an idea about the call to action, and click on them to get into the next cycle, into the life cycle journey. This actually helped the website increase conversions by 25%. And I believe that everyone in the digital marketing industry would be impressed by this conversion rate. Next in the list for the best digital marketing trends for 2018 is click through rates for SEO. Now, again, a very important SEO metric. It is also a very important ranking factor as conveyed by some of the best search engine industry experts. In order to rank on SEO, this is what I believe that you have to think beyond ranking. So when you think beyond ranking, there is only one thing that you need to think, and that's user experience. How well you are able to serve content to your users. Once the users feel that their intent is being addressed in the particular in the particular result pages, they will click on your result to reach your web page. More the clicks, more visitors, and better the chances of ranking on Google. So click-through rate becomes a clear indication for you to understand your user intent, which will also help you in creating future strategies for your digital marketing initiatives. So what exactly is click-through rate? In simple terms, click-through rate is the rate at which users click on your search result against the number of impressions. So it doesn't matter how many times your search result appears in front of your users until and unless they click on that search result and reach your web page. So these are clear indications of searcher votes. These are votes that are given by your users when they click on your result. It helps you in boosting and maintain your rankings. As I said earlier, more the click-through rates, more your chances of getting better rankings. And as and when more and more visitors click on these search engine results, you are actually able to maintain your rankings. It also helps you in understanding the user intent. There's a very fine example of click-through rate success that has been given to us by our industry expert, Rand Fishkin. Now, he had a page, INEC Lab Live, on the web, and which he wanted some of the visitors from his community. We decided to post it on Twitter and ask the community to enter the keyword into Google and reach his web page. Now, being an authoritative person in the search engine marketing industry, he instantly got numerous response from the people, and the exact result was that initially the page was ranking at the seventh number on the first page of SERP. However, when the community started coming on this page on huge numbers, the page within 3 hours was promoted to the very first position on the first page. So you could see that more the CTR, the better the chances of ranking on Google. These are some other ways that you could incorporate to increase your CTR. Now, there are various features in the Google search page that you could optimize your web pages for and your snippets for so that you get better chances of click through rates, and it will eventually help you in ranking for the rest of your pages on the website. So there is an event snippet that has been made live by Dreamcast to inform the users that when the launch date will actually arrive. And this actually will help them in getting more clicks, and eventually it will help them in getting more clicks for the website. There's one of our own knowledge graph that comes on Google when you enter Yoshi Bistec Solutions Limited in the search bar. And as you could see, that users are able to see some valuable information about our company on the very first page itself. Now, the immediate effect couldn't be measured over here, but more the clicks over here, it is more prominent. And when you get more clicks, you stand a great chance of ranking the rest of the web pages on Google. Next in the list is the live video streaming on social media, which I believe most of us would have engaged on Facebook. Facebook, YouTube, and Snapchat have redefined video consumption on social media because they have made users engage with various brands, with their favorite brands, with several live streaming videos. So, as we had already expected, let's say even 5 years back, video marketing was definitely going to get a boost, but we hadn't expected that a live streaming feature would be incorporated and it will take the social media industry by storm. Users are increasingly engaging with live videos. So now let's take an example even of a common customer for a particular brand. And if, even when we get to see a video while scrolling down our news feed on Facebook, I believe that most of us would prefer watching that video instead of clicking through and reaching a blog post on the website. Live videos actually get 3 times longer engagement as compared to pre-recorded videos. Best ways that companies, B2B or even B2C companies, could leverage live videos is by incorporating live events. So if you are attending an event and would like to give your customers or your visitors or your users a sneak peek into what is happening into the event, you could have it incorporated into your Facebook and social media strategy. You could conduct an interview with your own management or some thought leader from your industry. Would also have an informative video. Now, a very fine example of incorporating an informative video for live streaming is currently in front of us because there's an informative video that I am actually presenting to you all. In case of B2C or e-commerce stores, people could even go with product demos so that they could show how to work with the product live to their audience. A very fine example of live video on social media was given by BuzzFeed when on a working Friday they actually got 800,000 people watching the live video that lasted for 45 minutes. The theme of this video was that they actually challenged that whether they would be able to blast the watermelon with the help of a rubber band. They actually managed it at the 44th minute, and even though it was such a long video, there were 800,000 people who actually watched that video live. Now, that's a huge amount of engagement, and BuzzFeed swears by that, that they got more and more people visiting their website after this video went live. Mailable microsites is one more trend that has been garnering more and more eyeballs since the past 1 year. It is predicted to get more stronger in the year 2018. Now let's take a sneak peek into what email marketing has been garnering since, uh, let's say, 1 or 2 years. 86% of businesses prefer use the email for communication. So that even includes communicating with their leads, with their clients as well. According to a report by B2B magazine, there were 59% marketers who found email to be the most effective revenue generator. Now, that's a huge number of marketers actually supporting email to be a great revenue generator. Of course, it is when you incorporate email into your life cycle stages. I believe when your customer or when your clients get relevant messages, they would be willing to engage with them and going further down into the buyer's journey. So, what's new in email right now? Mailable microsites are actually interactive emails through which your subscribers are able to do live interaction with the emails right from their inboxes. So there are certain features that make them look like websites from where they get this name mailable microsites. Uh, some of the most prominent benefits of mailable microsites are that you are able to send personalized messages. So let's say that if you have a customer who has entered some items in their shopping cart. So why wait for them to come back to the website? Instead, you could present that shopping cart right in their inboxes so that they could remember that there were certain things that they were decided to buy, but however, they just left the website. Why not initiate the purchasing decision from their inboxes? It boosts engagement, of course, when your customers, when your clients get to interact with you through emails, it will definitely boost engagement, conversions, and interaction. B&Q laid a very fine example for mailable microsites. When you look at this picture, you will feel that it's actually a web page which has a carousel at the left and some buttons that will trigger the carousel. However, it's not a website, it's only an email, and it makes it so much akin to the carousels that are used in websites in modern times. So thank you for being a part of this presentation. If you have any questions related to what we discussed, you could definitely let me know at the Ahmedabad office. And I also look forward to come up with some more presentations that will give you more information on digital marketing and the industry we are functioning in. Thank you very much for being a part.